Hey guys, what's up? It's Melkozunky. So starting off another Isaac run here. The very first room I run into is a tinted rock, so I'd love to be able to open that up. That's a good start to a run. Unfortunately, I have tried out a couple times, and I've kind of been doing this thing lately where if I don't get a good start, what I'll do is I just reset. So basically, if I come across my first floor of the game and get absolutely nothing at all, item room wise, I've been running across a lot of items where I don't even get an item on the first floor of the game. So every time that happens, I just restart the recording. It's very frustrating because it takes so long just to actually get a run where I can actually play, which is what I'm looking for. But how it's turning out, oh, pride on the very first floor of the game, okay, I'll take that. But really how it's been turning out is I've been getting like just endless spacebar items. I think I've started about 6 runs in a row where I end up with a spacebar item in my first item room. And obviously I'm not going to pick that up because you don't get rid of the D6 in the very first item room unless it's, I don't know, the candle. But other than that, it's really never a good idea to get rid of the D6 right away. So we found the Fool card, which teleports you back to the starting room when you use it. Not really all that useful except for when you run across, I don't know, a really difficult room and you need to teleport out, but I don't think that's going to happen on the basement one. Possibly later in the game. You can also use it to get out of the mom's fight. And another key, so that's going to be really handy, and our first item is the poop, so I'll just go ahead and use that for a poop to destroy. And I got a scent from it, so that's not entirely a waste. And then the actual item that we pick up is Poison Touch, which can be good in some situations. It's usually not, but one thing I can use this for is to kill the boss very easily. So I will go ahead and do that. And unfortunately, it looks like I do know where the secret room is. I'll open this golden chest. The main reason I wasted a key on the golden chest was just to see if I couldn't pick myself up a bomb, so I could check for the secret room, and indeed, that is where the secret room is. So a whole bunch of sense in it means I probably will be able to access like the shop next floor as long as I get a key drop and a couple more cents. Speak of the devil, there's another cent, so I need 2 more cents to unlock the shop next floor as long as I get a key drop next floor. Let's go ahead and fight the boss. And it does happen, the boss does happen to be Steven, and apparently if you kill like little Steven first, you have like a higher chance of getting the better drop from this boss, is what I've heard. So that's why I ran into it. It's very difficult to kill little Steven first. That is the problem, because like the big Steven is usually the one that chases after you quicker. So if you can kill little Steven first, though, apparently you get a higher drop rate for Steven instead of little Steven as the drop for the boss, which is better because what Steven does is it's a 2 damage up, so it's a very good item, whereas little Steven is just a follower that shoots homing tears. Not the most useful item in the world. I mean, it's okay, but it's not anything to get too excited about. So I'm trying to kill little Steven first, and I did manage to do that, but I still got little Steven as my drop, so that's fine. I mean, anything that's a damage up, all familiars are at least a damage increase, although this familiar isn't the best damage increase. It's like base damage tiers, but they are homing, so I mean, it makes it a little, you get a little more room for error with your aimage, if you're aiming with this familiar. It can be a little more easier to hit monsters like that one with this familiar, but again, it's just base damage tiers, nothing to get too excited about. So hopefully I don't die in the basement too. I think I was a little bit too liberal with my poison touch usage against that first floor boss. I probably shouldn't have like ran into him twice just to get that poison damage off. Well, the first one was deliberate. The first time I ran into the boss was deliberate. The second time was a mistake. Okay, so our second item room here turns out to be Lemon Mishap, which obviously that item is nothing to get too excited about. But I will pick it up, and I will reroll it, and I will get Mom's bottle of pills. So I'll use that once, and hopefully I will end up getting like an additional reroll later on. Puberty does absolutely nothing. Hopefully I'll be able to garner 1 more reroll from this floor. And although basement floors can be pretty small, so sometimes you only get like 1 reroll total from them. But if I do get another reroll, then I will be able to reroll that again and hopefully get an item I can actually use. Just anything that's not a spacebar item and is decent, I would be perfectly happy with. Because I've already committed to this run. You know, I don't restart after the basement one. It's pretty much only the basement one I restart, and unfortunately I did take red heart damage on this floor, which means a deal with the devil is unfortunately unlikely. But I will be able to access my shop on this floor because I have 14 cents, and I imagine I'll get at least 1 more cent drop for the rest of the floor. I'd be very surprised if if I did not get one. And that means I will have enough money to access my shop. So I only need one more room with actual monsters in it to get myself a reroll, and I did end up getting that. Although sometimes you can get trolled and you can like go through a floor where it has a whole bunch of rooms, well, just empty rooms without enemies in them, and that's really frustrating. Of course, the boss room always has enemies in it, and the boss room also counts as a reroll. So I do have enough money to access my shop now, which is great. I will do that, although there is a library there, but at the same time, there's no real books in the game that I would feel comfortable replacing my D6 with, at least not early in the game. I would like, maybe on the depths too, replace the D6 with, you know, say Book of Belial or something like that, but other than that, I would never really replace the D6 with any sort of book. So we get a treasure map here. Is that worth it? Debatably, I guess I could reroll the treasure map, but at the same time I still want to use the reroll on my item room, so screw it, I'll pick up the treasure map. I'll probably regret that decision later on, but it does show me where the secret room is on every single floor, so I won't miss any secret rooms for the rest of the game. And if I end up being like really low on bombs for the rest of the game, that could come in handy. And the secret room is just a fortune teller machine, so I'm not even gonna, you know, blow that up. I don't even feel like wasting bombs on it, to be completely honest. I would rather save the bombs for a future situation, like exploring more secret rooms, blowing up tinted rocks. I think that's a lot more useful. So let's go ahead and reroll Mom's Bottle of Pills, and we get Mutant Spider, which is a great drop, so very happy about that. Very happy I was able to actually pick up a pretty darn good item. And if I could combine Mutant Spider with like Radioactive Spider or something like that, Radioactive Spider is actually a very, very rare item. I think I've only had it like one time before, but if I managed to get that, that'd be absolutely epic, or some, you know, damage upgrades. So we do get Champion Monstro. Not only Champion Monstro, but there's actually two mini Champion Monstros. They're both red. They're both, well, pink, red, debatably. I mean, it could really be classified as either color here. But they're both extremely... they love to jump. They jump around a lot. But I am doing a lot of damage, even though my tiers are still base damage. I'm hitting them with like 4 base damage tiers at a time, which winds up to be doing a lot of damage in the long run. So I do get Page Boy. If only I had a reroll for that, but unfortunately I don't, and I didn't end up getting a devil. I would have if I didn't take red heart damage on this floor, and even with taking the red heart damage on the floor, I still had a pretty good chance for a devil room, but didn't end up picking one up. So hopefully I get a key drop soon on this floor, sooner rather than later, because I do know where my item room is already. And so I really want to, you know, take advantage of that, not lose any rerolls if at all possible on this Caves 1 floor. So I really need to get a key drop in this next room, but I will check out the secret room first just to see if there's anything interesting in here. Another slot machine. Alright, so the secret rooms so far have been pretty crap, but that is to be expected. Trade a bomb for a key, yes, I think that's worth it, if only to, you know, save on reroll charges. Maybe I should have explored the next room first, just to see if I couldn't pick myself up a key drop in this room, but oh well, I'm not too worried about it. I imagine I'll probably get some more bombs, and other than like tinted rocks, well, of course I would get a key, but other than like tinted rocks and finding secret rooms, I don't really need bombs for anything else, because you can use them for combat, but I'm always like a pretty bad aim when it comes to bombing. And we get Little Chad, which is a horrible, horrible item in most cases. I mean, it can be useful sometimes. Pretty much the only time it's useful is, well, if you're really bad at avoiding red heart damage, like I am, you know, truth be told. But at the same time, I'd much rather have like an item that helps me out a bit more. So we get the beam. That's definitely a reroll. But luckily, you know, I found my item room pretty early on into this floor, so I should be able to get at least another couple rerolls. So hopefully we can turn that bean into something actually good. Poison Touch really is helping out. Unfortunately, I did take red heart damage on this floor, which means I probably won't get a devil room, but that's fine. I still do have a decent chance of getting one as long as I don't take red heart damage during the boss. I think like every floor has like a 20-ish% base chance of getting the devil room, and then it increases by like 30-ish% if you take no damage during the floor, and it increases by an additional 30%-ish if you don't get hit by the boss of the floor. So those are like the two main factors. It's pretty much like 1/3 just doing the floor, you have a chance, and then 1/3 not getting hit by the boss, and then 1/3 not getting hit by the monsters. And there's some floors that like have a 100% chance of giving you a devil or angel room if you meet those requirements, but it's confusing and I don't really know how it all works. Crack the Sky as my next item. Not a big fan. Hopefully I will be able to get one more reroll from this floor, that is. However, getting all these spacebar items already. I mean, I'm getting them out of the rotation, which I guess could be considered a good thing, but at the same time, you know, I don't want any spacebar items other than like the candle this early on in the game, especially. Later on in the game, I wouldn't argue with like Book of Belial or something, but this early on in the game, no thanks to any and all spacebar items. So 2 coins from the blood bank. If I get any more red heart drops, I will be coming back here trying to get myself a few more coins. And if I could work my way up to 15 cents, like if I could play the blood bank, I don't know, 4-ish more times, I should be able to get about 15 cents. Then I could open up my shop, see if there's anything interesting in there. If there's a compass in there, that would be epic. Or a nun's habit, or really anything like that. Challenge room could be interesting. I might want to do that, depending on what's in it. I mean, this still is only Caves 1. It's fairly early onto the game, so the challenge rooms probably aren't going to be too difficult. I really hope that there's, like, you know, a health upgrade or something in there. It's just the remote, so I'm not going to go for that, because I will be able to get one more reroll, and only one more reroll on this boss, or on this floor regardless. So, you know, no thanks. I chickened out a little bit there, but I'm not in the mood to fight Ultra Pride. So I'm kind of glad I had that Fool card. I can guarantee I would take a bit of damage against him, and he only drops the left hand, which I don't really want all that badly anyway. So I'd rather just fight the boss, and you know, get the boss drop from him. I won't be able to reroll the boss drop because I still need to reroll my item room, so I'll have to take whatever the boss happens to give me, which is fine. You know, hopefully the boss ends up giving me something epic, of course. And if I get hit one more time during this boss, well, if the boss jumps one more time, like he just did there, I will drop down the bomb and... Oh, that didn't explode the tinted rock. Well, my plan was to explode that tinted rock and also to damage the boss at the same time. And I did take red heart damage during the boss, so that means probably no devil room during this floor, because I got hit on both the floor itself and during the boss. So my chance of getting one is pretty low. Unfortunately, yeah, and I didn't get a devil room. I did get a range up, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, I'd much prefer like a damage or health up. Still no health ups this run. But that's okay, and I did have to use 2 bombs because of bad bomb placement. I could have hit the boss and exploded the tinted rock, but I just placed the bomb at the wrong place. So yeah, no health ups yet, no damage ups yet, other than Mutant Spider. I meant more like from boss rooms themselves, so the boss drops have been pretty poor, but hopefully that changes soon. Let's reroll this, and we get, oh great, the D20, another spacebar item. So, it seems like Isaac does not want me to win today. I'm gonna have to get really, really lucky on all future like item and boss rooms during this run if I want to stand much of a chance to win it all. And I'm not gonna go back and play the blood bank, so unfortunately I won't be able to access the shop this floor. Maybe I will be able to in future floors, but let's climb down to the next floor, and we spawn right next to the secret room again, which means I will be able to open that up pretty soon. And, I mean, the secret room's gotta include something pretty epic in it, because I'm not doing so hot this run, and I really do need some help here. Just 1 damage up, no health ups at all yet to speak of. I mean, I've had 1 good item so far, and truth be told, that item was a very good item, but you can't really win a run on just 1 good item. You have to have, like, an epic item, such as Epic Fetus, or a whole bunch of really good items to actually win. So I will go ahead and place a bomb here just to unlock this great chest. It's probably a bad idea. Yeah, it was just some health and a bomb in it. But, I mean, it got my bomb back. Another slot machine. So, well, we're like, what, 3 for 4 on secret rooms of slot machines? I've opened every single secret room so far, and 3 of the 4 of them have had slot machines inside. So I don't know how much worse it gets. Strength card, that could be very useful. You know, like with fighting the boss of this floor, I guess it could really help me out. Room full of a couple bee lickers and also eternal flies, which are some of my least, you know, not really an enemy I'm very fond of. I'm just going to go ahead and hop into this next room to get rid of that eternal fly. Unfortunately, I haven't found my item room yet. I have found my boss room though. I could just go ahead and kill the boss, and I think I'm actually going to do that because I do have the strength card, so it should make the boss fairly easy. And I also have the D6, so if it ends up being something horrible, I can re-roll the boss drop. And yeah, well, that was a pretty unfortunate spawn, so I will place a bomb there. And I was going to say hopefully it ends up actually hitting the hollow, but it doesn't. And I unfortunately have like already taken red heart damage from the floor. It would have been awesome if I didn't take red heart damage from the floor yet, and then I would be able to, you know, have a pretty good chance of getting a devil room. That's another reason why it's always good to fight the boss like earlier on in the floor, and not like wait till the very end of the floor is cleared out before you actually fight the boss. And that is, you know, you have better chances of a devil room. So I get a health upgrade, which I will take. That is awesome. First health upgrade of the floor so far. No devil room yet, so we're still completely dry with angel or devil rooms so far this run. And I just need to find my item room soon because I'm wasting rerolls here. So hopefully, I mean, there's two major paths to go down. I'm going to go down the left-hand one, and hopefully this ends up being the correct path to go down. And if not, well, you know, we'll get like one, possibly two rerolls of the item. And with the way things have been going, it's probably going to be like 2 spacebar items, and I'm not going to have. I'm going to go away with this floor with anything. I'm going to get out of this floor with absolutely nothing, empty-handed. Shop there. I'm not going to go in that room just in case I can come back there later and, you know, get a reroll out of it, reroll charge out of it. I would love to access the shop, but unfortunately, I just don't have enough money, that is, to do that yet and actually buy whatever item happens to be in the shop. So I'm gonna hold off and, you know, hopefully end up getting that magical 15 cents later on in the run. We'll see. That was close. I almost took damage there. A golden key, well, that's kind of helpful. I would really like some hearts though. And we get the teleport, which I actually saw just last floor, and the teleport was like in the challenge room, and then we see it again. So another spacebar item. I'll re-roll this, and let me guess. Let me go out and let me guess. Another spacebar item? That's the relic, you know, that's not bad. It's not game winning or anything. And I just picked up Brother Bobby. I don't know how that happened, but you know, little Steven turned into Brother Bobby for one room. I'm gonna clear out the rest of the floor, and really the only reason for that is, you know, to open up the shop. I guess I might as well just open up the shop now because I have a golden key, so I'm not like losing any keys or anything. And then if the item is actually good, I can end up going back and getting it, and if it's not, I can just say screw it and leave the floor. Although I am pretty low on health, so it might be a good idea to like clear out the rest of the floor. And I have unlimited golden keys, so I could like check for golden chests, but at the same time I could also run across some rooms with horrible enemies in them. I could get a reroll for the shop as well, as long as it's not greed, and it isn't greed. And it's not a great item, but it is a 7-cent item. It's discounted. I'll pick this up. So I'm going to clear out a couple more rooms, try to get a reroll, and try to reroll that 7-cent item into a good item. We get lusts, which I don't remember what lust's special drop is. I hope it's decent, and I also hope we get it. That's another reroll pedestal though, and we didn't end up getting the item anyway. So full health pill, well, it's always good to have that in the rotation. If I end up, you know, finding a whole bunch of health upgrades later on and then picking up another one of those full health pills, that would be great. I was going to say if lust actually drops an item, that could be something I could reroll as well, and then I could like pick up Mom's Coin Purse. Okay, so this is not a room I want anything to do with. Unfortunately, I had to run into this room. 2 champion fish guys, and also a fat fly in the very middle. So, you know, not one of my favorite rooms in the world. I really don't like seeing fish guys at all, especially not champion ones, but at least they will drop items of some sort, and I end up getting a judgment. So, you know, if the item in the shop I reroll turns out to not be something very good, I could always, you know, smack down a judgment and then put some money into that. I do have 2 coins to use on a judgment, but yeah, like if I reroll the item in the shop and it's something terrible, like, I don't know, what is something terrible in the shop that I just wouldn't buy? We'll probably see when I reroll it and it turns into that something terrible I would buy. I wouldn't buy like Mom's Coin Purse, but that's the item here, so it can't be Mom's Coin Purse again. Steam sale, perfect example of an item that I don't want. Why did I put down judgment in the shop and not the secret room? I don't know. Misplays again. So let's just see if we can get judgment to pay out. You can pay out in the next 2 cents, so I can still pick up the spirit heart. That would be great. Are you going to? Probably not. Are you going to pay out at all? I hope so, but another golden key. I already have a golden key. I don't think I've ever had 2 golden keys in one floor before. That's honestly something new. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go in the secret room, and I am going to blow that up, because I want to blow up the slot machine in the secret room just in case. I mean, it's a waste of 2 bombs probably, but if it pays out with like a nickel or a dime, and then I can end up getting judgment to pay out, that'll be awesome. In all honesty, judgment is probably going to give me like Mom's Coin Purse though, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Yeah, 6 cents out of the slot machine. We can probably make something happen with this. Another key, I think 2 bombs for 6 cents and a key is a pretty good trade. Especially if that 6 cents can lead towards you getting an item from Judgment. I mean, really, in all honesty, I just like a health upgrade, but if you gave me like the blue candle or something like that, I wouldn't even be mad. So what is like picking up, oh, health upgrade, perfect. What does picking up 2 golden keys in 1 run do for you? Do I want to test this out? I don't think it does anything. I'm not going to pick up that soul heart just because going down to the next floor with 5 cents will give me a good chance of spawning an arcade. Going down to the next floor without 5 cents will give me 0 chance of spawning an arcade. So I think it's better to go down to the next floor with 5 cents just in case, you know, I get a whole ton of red heart drops during the floor or something and I end up wanting to use those in an arcade to try to pick myself up a blood bag. So, I mean, I got the health upgrades that I was so desperately yearning for during this floor, which is good. Didn't end up getting, like, damage upgrades or anything, but hopefully that will be remedied within the next 2 floors. So, yet again, we spawn, like, right next to the secret room. It seems to be, like, a continuing trend. So, hopefully, whatever is in the secret room is something that I would be interested in. And it's a 1-up, so that's good. Especially, like, the higher your life gets, the better the 1-up gets. So, you know, I'd love to use that. I mean, it's going to be helpful if later on in the run I end up getting like a whole ton of red heart containers. So I am going to place a bomb here to explore this gray chest. It's probably a horrible idea. I got a bomb and a key bag. 2 bombs and 1 key bag. So that ended up not being a horrible idea. And my item room was all the way up here, which is a complete troll. Just like in this random little path past a room full of spikes. This is like the last place I would actually expect my item room to be. If I was an item room, this is not where I'd be. And we get another spacebar item. It is a half decent spacebar item, but it's not a spacebar item that I particularly want all that bad. So I will be coming back for you, and I will be rerolling you. And luckily, I found you very early in the floor, which means lots and lots of rerolls. So I should be able to definitely get something decent out of there, as long as I've just remained patient. And always, I mean, it's going to be annoying having to like run back again and again to try to pick something up out of that. So I ran into the horseless headman. That's what I, you know, decided to call it. But at the same time, I do have poison touch, so maybe running into him wasn't the worst thing in the world. If you would just stop charging, that would be nice. Unfortunately, I took damage a couple times. It would have been much better if I took damage and like been able to smack into him as I took damage. Another room that's not fun. It's good to like, if you have the vomiting grimaces, it's always good to like stay fairly close by the enemies so that the vomiting grimace will take them out, like it just did there. So I have a reroll ready. Let's head back to the item room, hopefully not lose any more health. Of course, you know, look, necropolis is kind of the bane of my existence, and I often tend to lose health on this floor, so let's just hope that doesn't happen. I was so close to actually getting hit by that spike. Alright, come on, Polyphemus. Chopsticks. Okay, one of the worst items in the game, if not the worst item in the game. Interesting. I definitely won't be taking that, but I will be back for you in an attempt to reroll you. I'm going to go down south here, just because, you know, going down south is my specialty. And seeing if I can't, you know, pick something up good. Well, basically clearing out this southern part, just so, you know, mostly I don't have to come back here. And also just, you know, so I don't have to run nearly as far to get back to the item room, because this is a little bit closer. Okay, this room is a little bit tricky. There's a lot of enemies in this room that can shoot at me, kill me. And these, like, hives or husks or whatever they're called, they can be quite frustrating sometimes. With their, you know, ability to like spawn all these flies. So you just want to strafe a little bit around, make sure you don't take too much damage. I would really like some red hearts. My health isn't in a great situation right now. What is this item? 2 of spades. They'll double my bombs. I'll just go ahead and use that. Or no, it doubles my keys apparently. 2 clubs is the bomb doubling one. That's right. Alright, so I end up having 6 keys here, which means, you know, heck, I might as well open the shop. It's probably going to be greed. It's not greed. It is a 15-cent mom's trinket bag, whatever, mom's purse, that's it. Don't really want that all that bad. If I end up getting like a whole bunch of rerolls from this floor, maybe I can come back and reroll that and see if I can like pick myself up a candle. Wouldn't argue with the candle. I'd be completely happy with the candle. But we'll see. Hopefully I end up like getting an item that I actually want from the item room soon. I'll get another reroll after this, and then I'll be able to use like my next reroll in the shop that I could get a couple rerolls in the shop even, and then hopefully that, hopefully that could like wind up with me getting the candle or an untap. I guess an untap wouldn't be all that useful now, because we're starting to get later on in the game and it's blood rights. Of course it's blood rights. Why would it not be blood rights? Spacebar item after spacebar item. I must be like almost through all the spacebar items in the game, because I've done like, I'd swear, over half of them in this one run. How many spacebar items have I even had so far? Like at least 10. So that means, you know, back to the reroll hunting. All I want is not a spacebar item that's decent. So okay, this is a pretty good room. I like this room. I can work with this. I think this is the only logical place to put down a bomb. And then probably put down a bomb here. There's also a tinted rock here in this room, which is great. And I'll be able to access that tinted rock. And hopefully, hopefully that'll blow up the tinted rock, right? Yes, it does. I was hoping for the small rock there. That didn't end up working out. And I would need to blow up 2 bombs to get down to those 2 bombs. So I don't really think that it's worth it. But we'll just proceed into this next room here. Oh, double spiders. I hate double spiders. They're so annoying. Because you kill them, and then there's more spiders inside them. Just when you thought it was over, just when you thought spiders were done, there's more of them. So I am down to, like, I got another soul heart, I guess. So I was going to say I am down to taking damage on red hearts again, which is really annoying. Another soul heart from Relic. Relic is awesome, man. I really love it, especially when you get it early on in the game. It just helps you out so much. So let's check out this great chest. No thanks. Hopefully I won't have to backtrack here. I will have to backtrack here. I didn't want to see that happen. I don't know if I want to go into the curse room without a reroll, because if it's like an item, but a crappy item, I'd definitely like to reroll it, because like, I think curse room pools have a pretty good, you know, pool of items that you can get from them. Like, you can get Sacred Heart from a curse room. I happen to know that for a fact. Will I get it? Most likely not, but it's extremely rare, but it can happen. Also, with my current health situation, do I even want to go into this curse room? I think I might as well, just because to win this run, I'm going to need some help, let's just be honest. I'm going to need a lot of help. 3, you know, blue flies is not exactly the help that I was asking for. And it looks like I probably, like, won't even be able to reroll my shop or anything, because I'm pretty low on money, and unless I end up finding a really good source of money during this run, I probably won't be able to. So it looks like I'll have like one more reroll, possibly, depending on if all these rooms ahead have monsters in them, which I kind of want to see and kind of don't. What I really didn't want to see is having to clear out this entire floor, but I'm gonna have to. Sometimes, like, you can go into a floor and have absolutely nothing good happen, and just have to clear out the entire floor, and then you still end up, even after re-rolling the item over and over, still end up getting absolutely nothing at all. It happens sometimes, it really does. And it's very frustrating, but it's just part of this game, which just goes to show, like, to win this game, you need a lot of luck. At least I do, and I can't believe I got hit there. My speed is, obviously I haven't had any speed ups during this game. Other spacebar item, I don't even know what to say, so it looks like I'll get one more re-roll from this floor, and I'm going to have to come back and use it on the item room. This is so frustrating. How about you had a single non-spacebar item? I guess chopsticks. I did have chopsticks, which is, you know, debatably the worst non-spacebar item in the entire game. But just horrible luck during this run. So let's go ahead and hopefully get another reroll charge. And, oh great, Envy. So I can't really teleport out of this fight. I mean, I guess I could teleport out of this fight with the Hermit card, but I definitely want to be, like, saving the Hermit card for next floor. And I could pick up an attack fly from Envy himself, so, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, I would be okay with attack fly. Just anything that can help out damage at all would be great right now. So unfortunately I got hit there, so I'm in the danger zone. I would have loved to have a nice little soul heart cushion in case I, you know, get hit a bit on the boss, just so I can increase my chances for, well, I'd really like an angel room right now, and I'd love to get Sacred Heart, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But I'd love to get, like, at least, you know, Holy Grail would be really cool to see. All that work for one heart wasn't worth it, but I also get the reroll charge, which I'll probably need. But as I was trying to say, I will be saving this Hermit card for, got hit there, so yeah, that's pretty much GG and the angel room chance this floor. But I would love to save this Hermit card for next floor, just in case I can pick up, like, you know, teleport out of the monster room and, like, pick up a Devil Ranger room. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it could. And I can't believe, like, I dodged a couple of those shots that easily should have hit me. Another soul heart, thank you very much. If I could just conserve that soul heart, and end up, you know, using it to not get hit on the boss, that'd be great, but, I mean, I already lost half of it, so there's only another half to lose. I would love some more, like, health ups, you know, that would be great, would make my 1-up more useful, would give me slightly more chance to win, and another soul heart from Relic. Wow, I thought I just got one, like, last room, but okay, I'll take it. Maybe that last soul heart drop was just from the room itself, or maybe that soul heart that I just got was actually from the room. So let's make the long trek back to the item room, and I'm just gonna have to take whatever the item room gives me this time. I'm not gonna be able to reroll anymore, and then I'll probably like get Cat of Nine Tails from the boss itself just to troll me, but we'll see. I'd love to get like super bandage, or you know, oh my goodness, got hit again. The speed is just so, I think I've been hit by those traps like 3 times. Oh my goodness, Anarchist Cookbook. Alright, so we rerolled the item room, what, like 6 times during this run? Ended up getting absolutely nothing at all. You know, I could have picked up chopsticks, I guess. That was the only item that I actually could have picked up, because all the other items were completely worthless spacebar items. They're all spacebar items, and they're all bad spacebar items, too. Well, in all honesty, the vast majority of the spacebar items in this game are bad. There's only like 3 or 4 spacebar items in the entire game that are actually good, like the Pink and Shears, Book of Belial, Blue Candle. I mean, Book of Shadows can be decent. That's about it, really. Oh, I get Mask of Infamy. Wonderful. I mean, I do have 7 bombs. That does mean I can, you know, make this fight a little bit easier. I mean, bombs are really the only way to do this fight, unless you have, you know, piercing tears. So, I mean, it's also a champion Mask of Infamy, so the heart does shoot out homing tears, which I've never seen this champion version of the boss before, so that's a new thing, I guess. Hopefully we will be able to destroy this soon. But bombs are pretty much like the only good way to kill the Mask of Infamy that I know of. You just place down bombs, and that missed. Alright, so Mask of Infamy fights. Definitely my least favorite boss in the game. Possibly, I don't know. I mean, there's some other bosses that are kind of doozies. I really don't like, what's her face, like Carrion Queen either, because she can be difficult to hit sometimes. Oh my goodness. And unfortunately, I don't have homing bombs. If I had homing bombs, this fight would be so much easier. The problem with Mask of Infamy, though, is if you get close to him at all, he just like immediately turns around, and he's very, very difficult to actually hit. That's the only problem with this boss. He's just so darn hard to hit. If that wasn't the case, it wouldn't be that bad of a boss fight. But just because of that, it makes it difficult. So I mean, I haven't even taken red heart damage during the boss fight yet. I haven't even gotten hit during this fight yet, which really surprises me. I don't know even how that happens, but I guess I might as well try to lay some more bombs down. Okay, that one actually hit Mask of Infamy, so that is great to see. Hopefully it will like turn my way. Can I get him to turn my way and like slap a bomb down? Hopefully hit him. Oh, getting some red heart damage, or I mean some damage off on the Mask of Infamy himself here, which is always nice to see. Just turn my way, and I'll slap a bomb down. And unfortunately, the bombs just have like a really long detonate time, it seems like. Homing bombs work great against the Mask of Infamy, especially like with Mr. Mega or something like that. That is a really nice combo. Piercing shots or brimstone also works great against this boss. Regular tears do not. So, just really testing my patience, this boss is. I've hit him a lot, but again, I mean, I still have base damage tiers, so you just have to hit every boss in an insanely large amount of time to actually kill them. One weird thing about this boss that I've always wondered is, like, why does it not have a health bar? I've never understood that. Missed with that bomb. And finally dead, I do get the pentagram, which is a good drop. That's a damage up, my first damage up of the game. And then, of course, when I'm shooting 4 tiers, I believe it's 2 damage up, so it's actually a really good damage up. Maybe it's just 1. I don't know. But when you're shooting 4 tiers, and the tiers all do extra damage, like all the tiers are increased damage, that's really, really good to see. It's my first room this run I've seen with actual leapers in it, which is good. I mean, I hate these rooms, so the less of them I see during a run is always a good thing. Just circle strafe mostly. I don't know how I got hit there. I also don't know how I didn't poison the leaper that hit me, because I'm pretty sure he hit me by me running into him. Alright, one more to kill. There we go. Escaped that room without taking red heart damage. Will I take red heart damage during this floor? Absolutely guaranteed. I mean, I haven't had a single devil or angel room this entire floor. It's extremely, extremely unlikely that I'll get one this floor. So pretty much the only way I'm going to get one is on the Wound 1. Am I going to avoid damage on the Wound 1, red heart damage? Very unlikely. So it's probably going to be the case that I will end up doing an entire room without a single devil or angel room, which is, I mean, I hate that. It's really annoying when that happens. So I chose the incorrect path for the item rooms, which means probably not going to get that many rerolls. But, I mean, as we saw from last floor, sometimes getting rerolls isn't all that helpful anyway, although I've cleared, like, pretty much most of the bad spacebar items out of the rotation. At least I'd like to think so. I mean, there still are some crappy books in the rotation still that I haven't cleared out. I don't know why I went into this room. Waste of a, you know, potential reroll charge. That was a mistake on my part. I'm not going to bomb my way out, though. I don't want to waste bombs. So I'll just continue. I might as well, like, go search for the secret room now. I mean, I already know where the secret room is, obviously, but I might as well go and access the secret room now. And that would help me out with, I guess, you know, if there's a great item in there, I could use a reroll on it, I suppose. Secret room doesn't have a ton of items in the pool, and I've already taken one of them, but I believe you can't actually reroll one up, because I tried to reroll it once, and when I did, it just rerolled into one up again. So one up just might be one of those unrerollable items, or maybe it was just some like weird phenomenon that caused me to get one up again after I rerolled it. I do know I won't ever be using the reroll on one up again because of, you know, what happened last time. This is not a room that I wanted to be in. Any room with spikes, well, actually that wasn't so bad. I pretty much one-hit that host there, so please be something epic. 6 cents. Well, I mean, that gives me enough money for the shop. Although greed is probably going to be in the shop because I've already opened up a couple of shops and greed wasn't in either of them, which means that there's a very, very high chance of greed being in this shop. And I will head down this way because I just have a feeling that the boss is going to be more towards the eastern part and that the item room is going to be down here. At least that's my hope. This room's quite dangerous, actually. I mean, I got hit there. I really didn't want that to happen, but it ended up happening. Well, the secret room the top secret room can't be on either side, so I was going to say I could place like a bomb down and check for the top secret room, and at the same time also, you know, free myself of a bomb, so I get a free bomb and a free check for the top secret room. But unfortunately, the top secret room can't be on either way, so we did find the shop. I will open up the shop. I will find greed inside the shop, and I will be upset, but that is a... oh, 7-cent compass. Never mind. Never mind. Completely disregard what I just said. I will take that any day of the week, and I did, in fact, choose the right path to find the item room, which is good. It's pretty much what I wanted. So we find a glitched Mr. Ma here, who's shooting his legs at me on his neck. His neck is like propelling his legs at me. So you see that glitch fairly often. It's kind of one of the funnier ones, I guess. And let's go ahead and access my item room. Hopefully there's just something absolutely epic in there. I don't even have to reroll it. No. No. Okay, well, the item room didn't turn out to be so great. I swear I've already seen that range up, the underwear range up. I'm pretty sure I saw that, like, the very first item room of the game, and I rerolled it again. I thought when you rerolled items, like, they're supposed to be out of the pool. Maybe that was last run, though. I'm not sure. Of course, last run wasn't uploaded to YouTube because last run did not go very well. But that's probably the case. It just ended up like last run was that range up, and I'm just thinking of things. But I mean, you can reroll an item, and then it can like come back to haunt you later in the game. Because like spacebar items, you can pick them up, and then they're out of the pool permanently. But there are also some items that are like in the item room pool more than once, which means like you won't run into them more than once in a single run normally. But you can, in fact, see them more than once in a run if you're like re-rolling them and they show up again. So I would really like to avoid that mini boss because, you know, with my luck it's probably going to be like Ultra Pride again, even though I already saw him. But I didn't kill him, so does that mean I can run into him again? I'm not sure. It possibly might. I have no idea how this game works for the most part. Alright, so that was pretty easy. That was a pretty easy room. One more room to go until I get another reroll. And I should be able to get like one more reroll during this floor. Well, this is a room that I did not want to see again. Luckily, I was able to avoid damage. Come on, Leaper, come down here. And I don't know how I didn't get hit there. That was pretty clutch, though. And I don't know how I didn't kill him, because like I shot the first Leaper twice, right? And it killed him. And then I shot the second Leaper like 4 times, and it didn't kill him. So I must have just like landed more tears on him. Or something like that. But let's make the long trek back to the item room and reroll. What was in it? Something terrible. Oh, the range up, that's right. Not a big fan of the range up. I mean, it's decent, but I already have pretty good range as it is. You know, almost cross-room range. Cross-room range might be nice, but I'll probably end up getting like a range up off of the boss anyway, with my luck so far. And I'd rather, you know, an item that's not a range up. So we end up getting PhD, which is better pills. That's good, but it's only usually good during like the very start of the game. It's not so good later on. But I'll take it, because I think I've only seen one pill so far, which was full health. And then, oh, yeah, I got lucked down, I believe, at the very start. So I've only seen 2 out of the 6 pills in the rotation, which means there's 4 more pills that I could potentially run into. And the main reason I took that is, like, if I find a pill on later on in the game, and it ends up being like health down, I would really like a health up, and a health down would really suck. So that's the main reason why I ended up taking that. Even though, you know, I could have gotten a better item, you know, it's probably a lot more likely that I wouldn't have ended up getting a better item rerolling that, and I just would have walked away with nothing, which I don't want. I'll pick up the matchstick. Is that going to hurt me? Oh, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. I thought I was out of range of the bomb, but I got hit by the bomb because I am mentally challenged. But let's go ahead and go into the mom fight, and hopefully not lose against the mom fight. It is the red mom fight, which I always love to see. You know, definitely my favorite mom fight, like out of the 3 that there are. It's not like there's a huge wide selection of mom fights. 2 soul hearts from, you know, that tinted rock, that's pretty generous. I'll take that any day of the week. I would have preferred, you know, the small rock, of course, but small, like 2 damage ups, 2 good damage ups in conjunction with Mutant Spider would have been like absolutely great. Would have been doing like a massive amount of damage. You know, I still probably don't have enough health to win the game regardless, but maybe I might run across like a job full of soul hearts or like Guppy's Paw in X4 or something like that, and I could end up winning the game. I don't know. I really hope I run into Guppy's Paw in X4, but as always, you never run into Guppy's Paw when you actually need it. You only run into Guppy's Paw like really early on in the game when you have 2 hearts, and then you never see it later on in the game when you have tons of hearts, or like you just need lots of health to win. But I ended up getting a health and damage up, and 4 soul hearts for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I know 2 of them came out of the tinted rock, and then like somehow the game just doubled the soul hearts. I don't even know what happened there. I don't fully understand, but I am up to red tiers now. Again, that meat is a damage up. It's not a very good damage up. It's only like I believe 0.3 damage up, so it's not very much. But it ended up getting me red tiers, which is awesome. So of course I teleported out of the room just to check if I ended up getting an angel room from the boss fight itself. And even if you get an angel room, there's only like a 25% chance when you teleport out that it'll still be there. And I did take red heart damage during the floor and during the boss, so the odds of there being an angel room are like next to none. Exactly, it's like, I don't know, 5% odds or something that I'd actually wind up getting one. But it looks like, wow, the secret room is actually like right next to the challenge room. So will I be able to like bomb my way into the boss room from the challenge room? I don't even know if I can do that. I'm gonna test it out though, see if I can like go in the back of the what's that called, the like mob trap room. Yeah, that's it. I haven't played Isaac in so long, man. Let's see if I can go in the back of the mob trap room and like bomb my way into the boss room. Bombs are key. Do I want that? You know, sure. They're pretty close to each other, but okay, can you bomb your way out of a challenge room? I don't know. Apparently not. Do I want to take this health upgrade and risk losing it? Yes, I kind of do. Just because I have the 1-up. I know I normally wouldn't, but again, I forgot about this, but I have seen this in the past before. When you do a challenge room on the womb, it's actually a boss challenge room. Like, even if it's not a boss challenge room, even if it's just a regular challenge room, you will fight bosses. I don't know why that is. It's a little bit strange. You would have thought that, you know, bosses will only spawn in, like, the boss challenge rooms, and maybe they would do, like, womb level mobs in the mob trap room, but for some reason, I don't know why, but yeah, they spawn bosses in the regular mob room. So, I mean, it's only Loki and Fistula, very, very easy bosses. So that's a good thing to remember. Like, I was kind of debating, you know, I don't want to run into, I don't know, a whole bunch of what's a really annoying enemy in the womb, other than, like, all of them. I don't want to run into, like, these really annoying womb enemies. So I don't know if I want to do this, but then, yeah, it's just actually 2 really easy bosses in the boss challenge room. It's kind of ironic that you'd rather face 3 bosses than 3 waves of enemies. I thought it was only 2. Apparently that's incorrect, though. So I'm facing Chubb. He should go down pretty easily. Oh my goodness, and he like moved at the very end. Didn't swallow that bomb. That's really frustrating. But you know, I was trying to get Chubb to eat that bomb, and unfortunately I'm down to 3 bombs because I used up 2 bombs on this room again. Using 1 bomb to see if I could bomb my way out and into the boss room, which would have been awesome, because then I wouldn't even have to like go through this floor and probably lose a whole ton of hearts doing it just to get to the boss room. But I am gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to make a long way around to the floor, but it is an XL floor. I just, well, probably should have mentioned that earlier, but I just actually now realized that it is an XL floor, which means that both my bosses will be back to back, which is pretty cool. Yes, I will use a key for a heart and also a troll bomb, but you know, key for a heart is actually a pretty good trade in this situation, since I'm not exactly in a wonderful position when it comes to health. So this is a very easy room. More rooms like this would be appreciated in game. Guts and an enemy that you can easily take out. I just realized I don't have a single orbital. That's gonna make the Isaac fight really, really difficult if I actually come into the Isaac fight. To win the Isaac fight, you pretty much either need, I mean, if you have a full 3 orbitals, you can block most of Isaac's tiers. If you don't have orbitals during the Isaac fight, you're going to struggle. You pretty much have to have very, very good dodging skills. So that the Isaac fight is basically really going to suck. If I even make it to the Isaac fight, I should say. Can I win? Yes, I could. I mean, I'm going to have to, get some soul hearts and conserve this, pill here. Well, no, not the pill, but the one up here. I'm going to have to conserve that. I went into this room only because I needed to, take this guy out. So I think what I can do is I can blow this up and then like stand here and he'll glitch over the rocks. That's correct. So I only went in here to access the secret room because I don't think you can bomb your way out of the back of the boss room to access the secret room. I could be wrong about that. And of course it is a soul heart machine. But I mean, hey, I don't have a good trinket yet. And if I could get myself a good trinket, that would be awesome. Her skull, not exactly what I was looking for. But if I could also pick up some soul hearts from this machine, that could be awesome as well. And I can blow up the machine afterwards, of course. And hopefully that'll drop me like soul hearts or bombs, something like that would be nice. Just a good trinket would be nice. Red patch would be awesome. Please let that be like a doubling bombs card. 2 hearts, okay, well that's not terrible. That could be used to restore some health later. If I could like go to the Isaac fight without losing anything more, I would be in a really good situation. I think I'm actually going to take this devil card and use that in the first boss fight and then come all the way back to the secret room to pick up that 2 hearts. That's probably a horrible idea, but because I'll have to waste another bomb and like waste more time running back and forth between places. But this devil card could make the fights a lot easier. So safety cap is actually pretty good in this situation. All it does is increase the drop rate of pills, but when you have PhD, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So if I could run into some like health up pills or balls of steel pills, I would be very happy. So, Bloodshot Eye. One of my least favorite enemies in the game, left hand, no thanks. Safety cap plus PhD or plus luck foot is actually a really good trinket. So, I don't know how much it exactly increases your drop rate of pills, but I know like the, I don't know how I didn't get hit by that either, but I know the like Ace of Spades that is supposed to increase your drop rate of cards, that actually seems to increase your drop rate of cards by a lot. So, hopefully the safety cap actually really increases my drop rate of pills. But we'll see. We'll see if it ends up benefiting me at all. If I end up getting any good pills for the rest of the run, I am just going to attribute that to the safety cap. And that'll be like my justification for taking this trinket over the matchstick, although the matchstick isn't exactly great either. The umbilical cord just gives your familiar homing tiers. My familiar already has homing tiers. That's a little bit pointless. I'm going to risk it here. Take this pill, range up. So I should have cross room range now, and as long as I didn't get hit, okay, I didn't get hit on that spike, so that was totally worth it. I was going to say, if I get hit on these spikes, that is not worth it at all. So we face Loki 2, which is like, maybe the easiest wound boss in the game. It's probably not the easiest, but it's a very, very easy wound boss. I don't know what would be the easiest wound boss in the game, but I did take this devil card, so that means that, this fight is going to be, well, I'm going to be doing some crazy damage, basically, so. And I will have to go back into the secret room to get back my, what was that? 2 hearts, that's right. And that will be really nice for the Isaac fight. If I can save it for the Isaac fight, that would be great. And I get a health up. So, every health up increases the usage of, my 1-up and also increases the, healthfulness of that 2 hearts. So I might actually be able to win this run. Am I going to be able to? I don't know. Would really be nice to get some more health ups and stuff. Of course, there won't be any more boss drops during this entire run, we're done. That was the last one. That Loki 2 boss drop. The Mom's Heart, of course, doesn't drop anything. So I probably won't get any more, like, health ups or anything. Well, that was annoying. I picked up the Cursed Skull. Didn't mean to. But I did forget to blow up this Soul Heart machine. I had 2 cents, so I probably should have put that into the Soul Heart machine before I blew it up. And I found pills. Well, you know, that's not very helpful, but still, we did get 1 good pill since picking up the PhD. Well, and I guess Bombs Are Key was technically kind of good as well. So 2 good pills basically since picking up the PhD, so I think it's, you know, helped us out a little bit. And let's proceed on to the Mom's Heart boss fight, which shouldn't be difficult. I almost just walked onto the spikes there. Like, that was so close. I had my finger pressing the button to move up, so like I had my finger pressing the button to move in the direction of that, you know, of the spikes themselves, and I ended up not hitting it, which was really nice. I'm not even going to use any bombs on this fight, I don't think. Bomb Leech really didn't want to see you today, but I ended up killing him and not losing health, which would make like the knights annoying. Maybe I'll place it down during the nights, but I don't remember exactly. You know, I only have 1 bomb left, so I don't remember exactly like what are the knights, like what phase they come out on. All I gotta say is, like, without any orbitals, yeah, I have no orbitals at all. Haven't run into a single horseman this entire floor, which, you know, at least I got some decent drops because I didn't run into any horsemen, but still, like, this is just gonna make the Isaac fight extremely difficult, because I'm gonna have to, like, be a really pro dodger the entire Isaac fight. I'm not the best at being a real pro dodger, so we'll see how it goes. Is this the one with the knights? No, this is more eyes that shoot at you. I'm pretty sure, like, the next one is the one with the knights, right? Please tell me I was right. I was wrong. That was just the one with the leeches, and this is, yeah, this is the one with the knights, the very next one, so that's really unfortunate, which means I'll have to kill knights the old-fashioned way of, you know, shooting them in the face, but that's okay. I mean, I can pretty much, like, 2-shot them now, so not the worst thing in the world. Come on, guy, just die, please. And the best way to kill knights is just go to their side and shoot them like that. 2 Freds is, like, the easiest way of the entire fights, because these guys don't really do anything too much to worry about. They also have very low health. Duke Flies spawns now, so this is, you know, a fairly long Mom's Heart fight, you know, compared to what we're used to seeing on my channel. I usually am, like, crazy overpowered by the time I get to Mom's Heart and I 2-shot her. I have had that happen before, like, when I had that Brimstone Polyphemus run. That was quite a while ago, I believe, but I pretty much, like, killed Mom's Heart 3 or 4 shots or something like that. Alright, the Chub run. I don't have the best speed. Again, I haven't had a single speed up the entire game so far, so hopefully I can, like, you know, win this Chub run fairly easily and not take any damage against him. No bombs, so I can't speed up the Chub fight at all. I've been, like, really dry with bombs this run. I've noticed, like, normally I come down to the Mom's Heart fight with, like, 10, 20 bombs-ish, something like that. They just kind of stock up over time. But, you know, really didn't wind up taking up very many bombs this run for whatever reason. So, come on, Chub. I'm doing insane damage. I should take you out really fast. And more knights. I completely forgot that Mom spawns more knights. I think that's because usually by this time in the fight, like, Mom's Heart is already dead, because I'm usually, you know, quite a bit stronger than this. You know, I have one against Isaac with less, though. I have made less happen. And, you know, made some magic happen with that. I did have a fight where I was, like, actually pretty bad and won against Isaac. I did have, like, crazy amounts of health in that run, I believe. So, Mom's Heart should do the part where she, like, starts spawning bombs incessantly soon, and she, like, just stays down. Is that, like, under half health where she does that? Another Duke Flies. I honestly don't think I've ever gotten this far with Mom's Heart fight. She's usually dead by this point. I thought I was doing some pretty good damage, but apparently not. Probably longest Mom's Heart fight I've ever had, but I mean, another Chub. Oh my goodness, please just stay down. Okay, good. Mom is now at the part where she just stays down, and I want to move away from these Chubs, and I got hit by, like, the slime on the floor, unfortunately. I just want Chub to stay on the other side of the room. Just don't come over here where I am. Yeah, stay over there. He was going right towards me, and he turned away at the very last second. I'm so thankful for that. Couple more soul hearts. I think I lost 2 or 3 soul hearts during the fight itself, so that makes up for the ones that I lost. Unfortunately, no red hearts. That would have helped. And we do spawn quite a ways away from the Isaac fight, which I did not want to see. I will go up here. You know, admittedly, the Eternal Fly Leeches are, like, the last thing I wanted to see, got hit a couple times against them. These monsters are just impossible to dodge. Like, there is no way to do it unless you just have insane speed. And I don't have a bomb even, so that was kind of retarded. I only went up there to see if I couldn't pick myself up a bomb, and I don't even have a bomb, so... okay, shoot your laser at me. Shoot your laser at me. You want to do it, don't you? Come on. Well, okay, there we go. But unfortunately, I, you know, have Monstro in a situation where I'm going to have to be... Well, I was going to say I have to be, like, pretty careful to get him to shoot, like, the laser over and over, but now I can't even do that at all, so... Unfortunately, like, you know... You can just get, like, your spawn alone on the Cathedral can kind of screw you over. Like, if you spawn right next to the boss, you can do great. It's itching my nose and, like, losing his health constantly because of this. If you spawn, like, right next to the boss, you can really do great. And I think this is the most damage I've ever taken during a Monster 2 fight. Just because of the rocks, I wasn't able to get him trapped in his, you know, normal pattern. Just because of the rock spawns in this room. And I ended up losing, like, a ton of health, so... I can pretty much say GG Isaac fight already. I don't want to be too negative about it, but, you know, this is not going well. Like, the Cathedral can just screw you over sometimes. Like, you can spawn so far away from the boss. Please let that be... I was going to say, please let that be full health, but no, it's just I found pills. There's not going to be anything in this room. I just wanted to clear it out for OCD's sake, and I want to get a bomb drop, access that secret room, and have there be something absolutely epic in there. I would love to access that Tinted Rock as well. So I got hit in this room just because, like, 6 angel babies in one room, really? That seems like a lot. I don't think there's normally that many in a room. It seems like it's normally more like 3 or 4 at most. 6? That's a lot. And these things have, like, tons of health, too, for some reason, so... that's frustrating. One more to kill. Oh, I took him out apparently. So I don't know. Would I rather pick up the secret room, or would I rather, you know, if I get a bomb drop even, you know, it's a big if at this point. It might not even happen. But do I want to, like, check out the secret room, or would I rather check out that Tinted Rock? I don't know. Like, the best thing that could happen from the Tinted Rock is, like, 2 soul hearts, really, and that's not anything to get too excited about. And plus, I'm probably going to die right away, so I might as well just, like, if I do end up opening that up, I'll probably won't even pick up the soul hearts until my second life when I resurrect. Because, yeah, I'll save the 2 hearts card for my second life as well. And that'll be, like, my legit try. Okay, so I picked up a bomb. Hopefully I will get a bomb next room as well. But I am going to go all the way back, backtrack a bit to that secret room, open it up, and it's probably just going to be like money or a slot machine, but regardless, I will open up that secret room and see if there's something absolutely epic in there that could help me. If there's epic fetus in there, that would be like game 1. That would be like the most clutch secret room of all time. And it's just a slot machine, so I might as well dump my money into here because I have nothing else to use the money on. Just like 2 pretty flies. That would be epic. A pill. What is it? It's a speed up. Well, you know, I did kind of need a speed up earlier. Now it's not so helpful. Early on in the run, it would have been great. Okay, I got a pretty fly. I got 1 orbital. I really need 2 to, you know, really help me out a lot. But 1 orbital is good. It's a lot better than no orbitals. So that might help me block just a few shots. Half of a red heart. That doesn't help at all, really. And we ended up getting nothing else from it. But, you know, I got a pretty fly, so that's the best thing I could hope for from a slot machine at this point in the game. Other than, like, I don't know, a full health pill would be nice. 2 hearts card is almost as good, but not quite as good as a full health pill. So we have 1 more room to clear, and I think I'm just gonna... Oh, well, I'm gonna die in this room anyway, but... I was gonna say, I might as well just, like, try to sacrifice myself on Isaac, and then, you know, end up being, like, my next try, being my legit try versus Isaac, but... I'm probably gonna die in this room, unfortunately, and then, like, my next life, I'll lose, like, a whole bunch of hearts into my next life already, which would really suck. Like, 2 Gertie Juniors, that's just a scam, guys. I don't even know what to say. So, yeah, I'm going to fight the 2 Gertie Juniors. I'm going to lose a ton of health because this room is hellaciously hard. Which sucks, you know? That's just such a scam. Why would you, like, put 2 Gertie Juniors right before the Isaac fight? That is such a troll. Really not happy about that. Okay, so we're, like, halfway done already. Haven't gotten hit yet. Will I get hit? Definitely. Yeah, there we go. But, I mean, at least I have Poison Touch, so it helps out a little bit with this fight. And I got hit against the freaking Pooter Fly, so that is just cruel, man. Taking 3 hearts damage already on this floor. Gurdy Jr. himself is just like a hard boss, and then like 2 of them in the exact same room, and large ones too, which, you know, of course have a much larger attack range and can hit you a lot easier. That's just a little bit cruel. Let's go into the Isaac fight. Alright, so I'm probably not going to win. Just keep that mindset. Don't get too disappointed if I lose, because it probably will happen. Got hit already. More hits will happen, I can guarantee it. Use the 2 hearts card now, because that's the most that it will heal. I'm going to try to do my best to dodge, but I only have 1 orbital. If I had 3 orbitals, you know, I could have a really good chance of winning this fight, but unfortunately with only 1, and not the best damage in the world, just getting hit over and over and over. So, will I even make it to phase 2 is the question now. Would have helped if I didn't have those Gurdy Jr. rooms. That Gurdy Jr. room, I could say that for sure. So, I should at least make it phase 2. I don't have much of a chance of winning this fight, unfortunately, which means that I'm just going to have like a more overpowered run to win Isaac, which, you know, that's the one thing that really bugs me about this game. You can't win with a really underpowered run. At least I can't win with a really underpowered run. I have to pretty much get very, very lucky just to win the game. And of course, getting very, very lucky doesn't happen every run, which means I'm not going to win the game every run. So 2 hearts left. I'll do my best with, you know, what I have here. Almost on phase 3, but of course phase 3 is the hardest one with all the angel babies shooting full heart damage tears against you. But I guess I gave it a good try. 1 heart left, 1 damage left that I can take. Can we clutch it out? Probably not, but that'd be amazing if I could like do the entire phase 3 without taking damage. I mean, I know there's people that can do the entire Isaac fight without taking a single hit. I've seen it happen before. I'm unfortunately not one of those people though. I guess I might be able to do that sometime if I had like insane damage, and also had, well, there we go. That was close, but no cigar. So if I didn't take, I took like literally, I don't know, 8 hits during phase 1. It was ridiculous. If I could have dodged those hits a bit more, maybe I could have won, but yeah, that's my 2nd death on Isaac itself. So I think I'm 3 for 5 on Isaac, but admittedly that was probably the 2nd weakest I've been against Isaac, so it wasn't going to happen. Thanks for watching anyway, guys. A long, long run that ended in disappointment, but hopefully the next one will be better. So yeah, farewell.